Optimize the 53-555 to donate. Please reshare. We're going to be doing this for the next 4 hours. We got guests coming on. We're going to talk so much about this, but please do it. And somewhere I would talk about, what Optimize is and what are we doing. But let's bring on one of our old school, man, one of our young people, man, so we can really get into this conversation about basketball. You know what I'm saying? This guy used to be just somebody who would help us out, but now he big time. He all in different arenas.
He was at Rolling Loud.
He taking video on some of them videos. I was like, okay, Malik, all right, we got to bring him in.
He got ghosts to say that 50 robbed him.
Yeah, he talking that trash, man. But let's go ahead and bring him on, man. Hey, please welcome my guy, Malik Brown, man.
Hey,
what up, Malik? What up, Malik?
On game.
We got one more joining us in a minute. Old Luke gonna join us, but we got to bring the gang back. But Malik, do you feel bad about Ice trade the game now, man? What's going on, man? Talk to us about it, Malik.
Man,
so wait a minute. Let me set it up. Let me set it up.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Luka is going to the finals.
Yes.
And the post I've seen on my Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and I see it more than anything. I'm so damn tired of seeing Luka with a hat that had Atlanta Hawks on it.
Hey, I posted that.
I know you did. You see how he switched on the base show? You see how quick he done switched on the base show?
He being funny. He being funny, Malik.
He done started switching on us. So make sure. Did the Hawks screw up with this trading to Dallas? Trading for Luka to Dallas for Trey. I ain't gonna say. Look, I'm gonna stand on. I'm what my man. Big boy say.
Hold on. This the beauty. This the beauty of life.
Yeah,
we have receipts.
Yeah.
While y'all was doing that dance, what was I over in the corner doing?
You was chilling.
Right. I'm looking at y'all like. Y'all done lost y'all damn mind.
No, we didn't. Because you know what, make sure when we beat New York, the city was behind us. You know how we were front run the city?
We was lit.
Front run the city, man.
I'm talking about
lit.
day one. I'm talking about day one. When all of you got time, man, the culture needs trade. Ain't nobody gonna buy no Luka jersey. You know what I know? People love winning.
That's true.
People love winning. You want people to love you, win. Y'all kill me with that.
And Marlon already about if they win.
Oh, it's gonna be sad.
Malik, talk to us about what's gonna go on in this city. You know how we love to combust in this city? We're gonna blow up with it. Talk to us, Malik.
Look, people already on social media mad. They like, man, I would hate to see the Mavs win. Like, but it's crazy because Hawks fans don't want the Celtics to win either because of the whole rivalry, like back in the day. So it's like it's a lose-lose situation. It's like you either gonna let Luka win, and it's man, we should have kept Luka, or it's they're gonna let the Celtics win. It's my God, nobody wants the Celtics to win. Nobody wants the Celtics to win.
Is Al Horford still on that team?
He is. He is still on the team. And he's making a big difference. That's
a lose-lose. Al gonna get a ring without us. Come on, man. What is going on in these streets?
But look, the one thing I've tried to stay consistent. But when I posted the picture, it was a joke. But in all reality, if the Hawks would have kept Luka, they wouldn't have been in the situation that the Mavs are in because I don't trust the Hawks front office. I don't think they would have put the pieces around Luka like the Mavs are doing now.
But you know what's crazy about that, Malik? We didn't see Travis Slink leaving and that whole thing with the whole son becoming the GM and all that. We were thinking that we were on the upswing after we lost to Milwaukee in the conference final.
Yeah,
we were like, they're gonna bring in good pieces. We lost all our pieces. We thought Jonte was gonna be the guy, right? They can't stand each other. Hey, I'm telling y'all, if you ever go to a Hawks, you see a press conference, it's one of the coldest things when they talk about each other. You're like, hey, What about Trey? What about Trey? Hey, bro. Hey, we just asking questions out here, bro.
Why you getting mad, dog?
Why you mad at us?
It's crazy.
Like we can't ask you a question about Trey. You know what I'm saying?
They don't warm up at the same time. They are miles apart in warm up.
Yeah.
And you don't see no daps. You don't see no big time dap between them. They be like shake. They just give a regular pound.
They just give a little handshake. They give a little handshake.
You know, everybody they got 17 different things. Not them.
Not them.
If this happens though, make sure. How would this? You born and raised? You saw what these fans do, man.
I told y'all.
We've been through a lot in this city. Somebody brought up we saw Dominique get traded for Danny Manning, and then the next year Danny Manning don't even sign with the Hawks. We saw a 63 win team get swept by LeBron with no Kyrie.
We had 5 All-Stars. We had 5 All-Stars. We had 5 All-Stars.
We got swept.
We have 5 All-Stars.
And now we about to see Luka or Al Horford get a ring, man. So talk base, yo. Go ahead.
Again, this is what's great about receipt. That's why I keep them. Because the same people that's around here talking, so we should have kept Luka, are the same people who were happy when the trade happened and we got Trey. Because all they talked about was the culture. They talked about Greenbrier Mall. They talked about Underground. They talked about don't nobody want to wear on number 77 jersey. I remember all of it. I got all of it. It's about 5 of y'all. I'm waiting for y'all to be praising Luka. I'm gonna tear y'all ass up. So tread lightly. I'm telling you, I'm gonna tear your ass up.
Man, shout out to Quavo, man. Shout out to Quavo. He got Trey's first ice. He got Shout out to Quavo, man.
Why y'all bringing up all this, man?
And he ain't been right ever since. He ain't been right ever since, Malik. He ain't been right.
Gave him that stupid ice trade game. We were all for. Look, man, it is amazing to see how a city went from explosion, New York, explosion beating Philly. We beat Philly, dog. That's a whole nother story. And then we were like, there's nowhere but up. So you went and make sure I ask the question about Ant-Man. Make sure I'm scared to say what about futures. Because you don't know what the future, dog. You be sitting there like, what's gonna happen? These front offices could screw up and trade for something else. But I just at this point, dog, I don't know what to expect from this team anymore. I'm just nervous, man. I don't know. And and I'm gonna hate pulling up that social media on June and Lucas sitting up there with a cigar in his mouth, with in his hand,
with a beer in his hand, beer in the other hand,
telling Philly, "Hey, you kiss my tail, Philly. I'm drinking this beer with my dad." Y'all told me I was crazy. Y'all told me when I say made too little, he did y'all. We can gain him some weight. Yeah, okay.
He's still a good player.
He's still a good player.
You can't deny 25 and 10. You can't deny that.
Malik, yeah. I'm not disputing that. Y'all even got me do that dumbass dance. What I'm telling y'all,
don't be doing that. Don't do that.
What I'm telling y'all is, at the end of the day, those two guys, 5, 10, 20 years from now, they're going to put both of them side by side, and they're going to say, who did it better?
That's true. And but apparently, according to Rayford Young, Trey's dad, he look.
Don't get me started on Trey. No, don't get me started on him.
Because somebody had brought up that argument, and he was like, "What y'all don't know is that Luka was never going to the Hawks in the first place." Yeah. I was like, "All right, so Rayford, what do you know that we don't know?" But he's not telling nobody.
Because he don't know what the hell he's talking about.
I get
you know that, Malik. You know that.
I get a Facebook from Maceo every time. Get on Rayford. I'm like, what?
Get on Rayford.
Get Ray on Twitter. Y'all gonna get Ray on Twitter.
What Rayford talking about today? What is he talking about today? What are you doing today?
Ray had a 2-day rant against the whole city of Atlanta.
Hey, he love his son though. He love his. He love his. He go to bat for his son.
Hey man,
Can I say this? Let me ask y'all this, man. And since we talking about Rayford's son Trey, did Trey get cocky?
I believe the year after they made the conference finals, and he said that the regular season was boring. That's when I was like, all right, bro, you got to kind of come on now. Because I feel like after that, that's when everything kind of like went down.
Yeah.
And granted, he shows up in the playoffs, but like, it was like game 20, 30. Like, what?
Yeah. That right there, Malik. And then when we got word that he don't want to travel with the team, he trying to find his own, like, just like, first of all, dog, you ain't won nothing, man. Like, you act like you MVP out here in these streets, man. Like, what are we doing?
When he started getting the shoes, when he got the shoe deal and the commercials, and we was coming up, and
which
I
ain't seen none of y'all. Well, I ain't seen none of y'all with no Trey Young shoes on. So
when we start seeing all this, dog,
y'all be bumping for these folks. Y'all know where they shoes. All y'all, everybody who gets them out the culture, show me your Trey Youngs.
Show the Trey Young.
I mean, you just gonna keep rubbing it in, ain't you, dog?
Right. I'm gonna do the Trey Young challenge. Show
Everybody getting the AE1s now. Everybody with the AE1s now.
Marlon say you can't make them demands under 6'3". If you on the 6'3", you can't be making them kind of demands that Trey Young got here.
And then it goes. Y'all just hurt my feeling right now. It just keep going, Maester, with that there's nobody under the size of what 6'2", 6'3", 6 whatever can lead a team to a championship. And I'm like, here we go with this again.
Because Steph is what 6? How Steph is not even short. Steph is what 6'3".
Yeah, something like that.
Like 6'3".
The last person to win was Isaiah Thomas, right?
This is what people don't understand. I tell people this all the time, and they laugh at me. Steph is not as little as y'all think.
Right.
Yeah.
He's like
right.
He playing against giants. That's why he looks small.
People are like Steph 6 foot.
Yeah.
I'm like,
he's not.
Steph. Oh, yeah, he's short next to Clay. Shit, Clay 6'8".
Yeah.
Like Trey is not, and he not no little fella, dog. Like, no, he yoked. Like, man, y'all be tripping, man. But that's why I say all the time, y'all just type anything on these platforms, man. That's why I just be reading and I don't even respond to none of y'all no more, man. Cause y'all
really feeling hurt. All right, so question. I'm being facetious, but kind of serious.
Uh-oh. We're gonna start with Malik on this.
Do you I'm being funny, but not funny. Do you draft Bronny in the second round? Hopefully we can get LeBron down here. Nah. Real question. Maybe get LeBron. All right. Number one pick, Malik. Do you keep it?
Yeah, for sure.
You bring in the big fella. That's what everybody's going with. SARS, I think that's his name. You bring him in. Does that help the team in it?
I think you keep the pick because if you go on the route of trying to trade it, you're gonna want to trade for a star, and I don't think there's anybody on the market right now that is worth that first pick that you're gonna trade for. Like one of the names that I keep seeing is like Mikal Bridges. I don't think Mikal Bridges is worth the first pick.
He's not a star. I mean,
he's not a star. He's just a complimentary piece. So if this was Paul George from 10 years ago, oh yes, you trade the pick for him. But Paul George at like what 34, 33? No, you don't.
Y'all don't want to play LP?
No.
That man played at Indiana when Miami was together. That's how old Paul Pierce is. That's how old Paul Pierce is. He played against the big three in Miami. That broke up in 2014, and he still ain't won nothing. So
exactly. So yeah, I think you take Sar. But I've recently like the other guy. I can't really pronounce his name, but it starts with a Z. Zakari Richard. Yeah. He's a good wing. He can shoot. He's long. He's got a little bit. He can play a little bit of defense. but everybody is saying Sarr is just this guy that you can't pass up strictly off of his defensive capabilities. They're saying he's not the next Wendy, but yeah, he's 7-1. Yeah, 7-1. And
but he think
everybody's
he'll guard. He think he'll guard.
Yeah, he said he used to play wing. He was a wing until he grew.
Everybody think I think they're guard, Maceo. My question to you, Maceo. We're gonna keep in this Hawks. We staying in Atlanta. Can Jonte work with Trey?
No. How many more times do we need to see this? But you know what?
What they gonna do with it then, man? What we gonna
do? This is what I'm saying. And this is where coaching, organizations, and structure comes into play. Mm-hmm. Somebody got to sit their ass down. Hey, we tried to trade you, Jonte. Nobody wants you. We stuck with you. Trey, we can't trade you. Don't nobody want your damn contract. Y'all need to figure out how do we make this work. Now, I think, and Ray gonna disagree with this, Trey got to get off the ball. He don't always have to bring the ball up. Steph the point guard, but so many other people bring damn Draymond, the damn de facto point guard. Get off the ball, Trey. Run off screen. Hell, you want to score? I'm giving you the opportunity to score. You don't have to run. We saw when Trey went out with the hand injury how much more efficient the offense was when DeJounte was running the point, because he is a natural point guard and he gets everybody involved. He not worried about, I got to get my shot.
Yeah.
That's my problem with Trey. Like, he got to dominate the ball. And I blame his daddy. I blame his daddy.
Blame Ray. I remember one time they were playing together, dog, and I looked out, and DeJounte was running up, and Trey was like this. DeJounte looked like, I was sitting there like, really? It reminded me of, because now people are showing clips of with Golden State days when Durant would scream for the ball.
Oh yeah, and
Steph just threw it to him like, here, man. Get
and Trey was mad, like, what are you doing?
Dre was like, no, Steph's supposed to shoot this. Yeah. That's how we win titles. Right here. This is the man. And I'm looking at that Jonte and Trey thing. I was like, Trey, run off the ball. Be Reggie Miller for a little bit. Make them go through 8 screens. Make them go through stuff. Make them have to chase you. You quick, you small. Why you want the ball dominance all the time? Mm-hmm. People already know what the pick and roll coming. They already backing up. They're going to let you do the little floater. But they can't stop you if you move. And I look at Kyrie. Kyrie don't need the ball. Kyrie did that.
That's why it's working in Dallas, because he don't need it.
How much did he wear out Ant-Man, Malik?
A lot.
Ant-Man come on. And then I'm going to cover Kyrie. I'm like, no, bro, you don't want
by the fourth quarter, Ant was tired.
Ant was holding on to his short.
Every game.
That's the fact. But for us, all you got to do is like, if they ain't getting the ball, they ain't going to do nothing. So we good, guys. You don't even worry about it. They ain't got the ball. They ain't finna do nothing, man. So it's my feelings hurt a little bit, man. I'm still got hope though, because he putting up 25 and 10 in these game though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well,
they just need they need somebody that can actually fit with him. I mean, I understood why you went for DeJounte in the moment, but like when you really look at it in hindsight, they're kind of like the same player. Like they both need the ball. They kind of both do the same thing.
Yeah, they both.
And that's why it doesn't work when they're both on the court at the same time. Like you saw when Trey got hurt, DeJounte stepped up and things look good. When DeJounte's off the floor, Trey comes in, he can work the offense. But when they're both on the court, it's not good offensively and it's terrible defensively.
And more, that's fine, because I'm going to ask both of them this question. My question go ahead, man. For you guys. Here we go again. Is Quinn Snyder, is he the coach for this team?
I go first. I don't see what Quinn's doing. Quinn got mad at me because I asked him, what's the rotation? What is are you doing? He was like, what you mean? I'm like, what are we doing? I mean, are we going? It is. And the Hawks keep doubling down on him. They gave him a contract extension. They keep saying, this is our guy. And I'm like, what are we doing? This looks very stagnant. Don't like nothing move. And it's just not a half. I mean, when he took over, I understood, but it's been a year and a half now. What is he doing? You got 2 superstars. We see, are you not having that sit down? Guys, you are it. We gonna make this work. Y'all got to make it work, dog. What are they doing, dog? And that's what I don't understand. And he can get mad at me all the way. I'm gonna sit there again, look at him same time. Are you satisfied with this rotation? You know, what you mean? I don't know if he's doing it. He don't look like he's in control of the team sometimes. He don't like he got that power over this team. I don't know, dog. I don't know. What's your thoughts, Malik?
I think
he got left to go for the Jazz for a reason. Let me just say that. You know?
I feel like I've seen a few from McMillan to Quinn. I've seen some differences for sure. I just feel like he doesn't really have the players that he wants, like, I guess, on the team. Like, I think that's what it is. And I mean, that's not his fault. I mean, the Hawks don't really have much to work with. They try to trade the same 2-3 players every year, and they still on the team when they come back. So it's like, I think if you get the right players that he needs on the team, I think it'll work. But I don't know if this is the roster specifically that he can really work with. Because, I mean, everybody's talking about Trey Capella. I think what Quinn wants is a center that can space the floor, and that's Onyeka. But I don't know if anybody want Capella. So, yeah, that's why they keep talking.
Again, Capella played with James Harden 15 years ago, it feels like.
Right.
Like, and I hate to see this for this city because nobody really want to come here and play. It's hard. You don't see free agents gearing up saying, I'm going to the A. Because they know ain't never a problem down here. Ain't never a problem. Atlanta's good to visit, but it ain't good to stay. You come in Atlanta, have a good time, and get on a plane with no problems. If you stay down here, you know, we got Lou Williams.
City.
Yeah, we don't want to get caught up down here in this city like that, dog. We want to get caught up, man. So I'm just feeling bad right now, you know. Make sure, you know. I saw our picture the other day, Malik, with the ice travel. Like, yeah, you couldn't tell me.
The game.
Y'all should see me looking at them like.
You couldn't tell me nothing, dog.
Hey, it's going to be a big offseason. It's going to be this probably one of the biggest offseasons they've had in a while because they got a lot to work with.
This would be Landry Field's most important offseason.
Very true.
In his career.
Yeah,
we're gonna see what he do.
Maceo not hearing it.
Him and the owner's son and
Kyle. Every time I see him and Kyle Korver, man, I just be like,
Kyle Korver.
What are they doing? Like,
this is gonna be the most important offseason for all of them, man.
Who put them in charge? Like,
man, Kyle came out of nowhere. I'm not gonna lie, he came out of nowhere
with all that power. And all right, so we talked about this, man. And Malik, we had brought up a little bit earlier about which player has to win. Were you here with that conversation?
Nah, you weren't here yet.
Who has the biggest pressure for the finals?
Celtics.
Tatum or Luka?
Oh, Tatum for sure. Oh, it's every year, every single year, the Celtics are like the favorites to go to the finals. Every single year. Every year. They had the Warriors up 2-1 when they went to the finals.
I forgot.
And they blew it. Every year, everybody puts this Jason Tatum is the face of, like, he's the new face of the league. Like, he has all this pressure on him. And when they get down to these moments, granted, I mean, with their playoff run this year, they got luck. They got a lot of luck this playoff run. So they kind of just cakewalk through the finals. Yeah. So if you
a lot of injuries,
everybody hurt.
Everybody got hurt, literally. So
a lot of injuries this playoff.
You got all this pressure. You're supposed to be the new face of the league. Like, everybody got this amount of pressure on you. Like, yeah, man. Like, you in this position every year, and you still haven't won. Yeah, this is Luka's first dance.
That's crazy, man.
Arnold State get a pass because he light skinned.
I mean, he got good hair.
Man,
he got real good hair. His hairline come right here, bro, and it be straight.
It's Chris every game.
Every day is Chris.
His ball was fire.
And Deuce be coming on the court, so everybody in love with Deuce. Man,
everybody love Deuce.
Deuce dead fresh. I bet Deuce better be able to play. Well, now Deuce ain't gonna be. He ain't gonna have to play. He ain't gonna play. I'm sorry. My bad, Deuce. I ain't gonna put that pressure on you.
Yep.
Hey, Malik, man, tell people where they can find you, bro.
Y'all can find me Twitter, Instagram, _Malik ATL, of course. Rolling out. That's where I do most of my work. Do a little bit of Hawk stuff. But appreciate y'all guys, man. Y'all gave me my first opportunity.
That bowl Super Bowl.
But no, I gotta shout out y'all. Y'all gave me my first opportunity coming out of college. So I appreciate y'all for so much. I love y'all. Y'all really my first mentors for real. So I appreciate y'all.
It's my youngin right there, y'all.
That's how I got. He's so big time.
About that one. I fight about that. I go to jail about that one right there.
He's so big. Hey, mate, so he's so big time now. He don't even wear glasses no more.
No, they right here.
Hey, one thing about it, I bet Malik next time he rent a damn one of the electric cars, he gonna charge it up. He ain't gonna buck on. We can make it about 10 more miles. He ain't gonna do that no more.
We ain't doing that no more. No more electrical vehicles. No more of that. We good
EVs.
on that.
Y'all can have that.
No
man.
EVs.
Thank you, Malik, man. Thank you for your donation as well, man. And keep doing your great, boy.
Boy.
Thank y'all. Love y'all, man.
Love you, boy.
Too, bro. All right,
see
man.
Peace.
Make Gunna wanna act like a saint, man. I you know me, man. I can't get with the Gunna. I mean, he do his thing. He got millions of fans. I ain't got no problem with the boy, man.
How dialed in AA is to these free agency streets, but we need to fix our pitcher. Our pitching been bad. Our pitching has been bad, and of course, we can't play until the Mets get out to a big league. We need the Mets to get out to a big league, be our rabbit, and we run them down like we do every year. So that's what I want to see, man.
And we'll jump on it more, man. But right now, dog, we got to welcome in our special guest. You know her, man. She's been killing the A for a while, makes you. She's one of our friends, one of my peoples. She went to Miami for a little bit, left us for a little bit, but she's now back. She back. What you ready for a Bobeth, man?
Hey, let's talk about that birthday photo shoot. Let's start with that.
Let's get it in there. Let's bring her on to the stage, baby. Welcome, Bobeth. Hey, what's up, lady?
How are you guys?
Let's talk about that.
I'm sorry, Mason. I want to switch you over to the other side. Go ahead.
Let's talk about that birthday photo shoot. Yes.
It was just a preview, you guys. You didn't even see the whole thing yet.
Oh my, what?
I'm waiting on the full pictures. The photographer sent me like two of his best so I could have something to post on my birthday. So when the whole thing come out, man.
So you're going to be trouble in them streets, what you saying, right? Oh, you got a man to put his shades on. A man to put his shades on.
Come on now. I see you looking good over there. I've been watching you on social media. You're working out. You're doing. You're looking good.
Thank you.
I try. I
He got up this morning, Bobeth, trying to show out again, man.
I try. I mean, that's neither here nor there. This is about you right now.
So, Bobeth, how's it been going? You doing them things. You're out there in the Atlanta streets. How you been in 11 Alive world, if I'm not mistaken?
I'm really enjoying the station. It's they've embraced me, and I'm loving it. I really, really feel like it's a good home. It made me feel. It's weird because I'm from Miami, right? So when I went home. After my first stint here, I thought I was going home, and I realized Atlanta may not be where I'm from, but it felt more coming. It felt more like a home here, and at 11 Alive than it did when I was in Miami, which is crazy.
I got to start with this, Bobeth.
Right.
We just saw the Donald Trump thing. As a newscaster, as somebody who has to, you research, and I mean, do you just sit at your desk at your computer and say, "This just can't be real"? Am I actually going to talk about this?
I mean, I really do think so. It's like I get to a place where you start realizing news has changed a lot. I started this, in early 2000s. I think 2003 was my first job, and so. Between now and then, people have just become disconnected, and I'm just confused because, even after the verdict came down, I was just so surprised by the response in both directions. Yeah. I mean, never before would have ever thought someone could be convicted a crime and then still run for office, the highest office in the country. And
everybody's learning civics class right now. They're like, oh, this thing can happen. We still can do this.
It's crazy because if a black person, you barely could vote, much less run for something if you have been convicted. And I mean, the conviction rates in our community, and so it's very disheartening when you can see the blatant difference.
Absolutely.
And that you're trying to just report the news, but still also disconnect yourself from what the reality is. Because you're like, when you really focus on the reality of the circumstance, sometimes it's very disheartening.
And to keep going with that, first of all, do Atlanta got water yet? Because that's what we were. They kicked us out because they ain't no water down there. We ain't got no water down there.
No water.
They still ain't got no water.
Y'all governor should have. Let me be quiet.
We got to get in trouble. But we always ask this question to you every time we see you. The ability to say, keep personal feelings out of it. Keep the job, and not getting. And you be like, man, what? We really about to do this? I'm about to go on air and say what? Okay, well, how do you just keep the job when you know certain things? You like, that ain't right. That's not right. Oh, this is terrible.
Well, you just try to focus on the facts. I really just go with the facts. If he was convicted of this, here's the charges, here's the things that we know that we cannot dispute. And so when I look at it from the perspective, I'm just giving you the real skinny details, facts, no debate, no up and down, just straightforward, then that's how I deal with it. Because again, if you start thinking about some of these other things, your emotions get involved, and then you're just like, well, these people are dumb. It's like, these people are crazy.
We want to thank everybody. We're interviewing. We laughing, but we are here with Bobeth. On Optimizing the Crush. We're raising money for Optimize the Vizion. Text Optimize to 53555. Do that. Make sure. What's your next question, man?
So I always wonder okay, you get your day started, you got a good idea. Okay, this is what I'm going to kind of focus on today. And then all of a sudden, boom, this story happens. Mentally, how does that how does that reshape your day? Because I know, like I said, you said like, hey, this is what I want to do today. But then, because we live in Atlanta, we get something crazy every day. How do you pivot on days like that?
That can be hard because you really don't have a choice. Once you got a deadline, you have to produce. And so once there'll be times I literally spent 4 hours putting a piece together, and then breaking news happens, and they're like, we don't want it no more. You're like, what? What? Excuse me, I'm sorry, I don't speak that language.
I just put this all together.
Can you at least watch it? Can you at least watch it?
No, sometimes it's a fight, because you're like, you have to go to the breaking news, and the breaking news is extremely important. But my time and the story also is important, and so it's hard to pivot, but you really don't have a choice, because if I don't, that's my job. So I started thinking about, hey, I like to eat food. I like to cater. I like the things that I like. I like my mortgage paid, things like that. So I just said, suck it up and just go, because you really don't have a much of a choice. Yesterday, it was one of those instances, and I've been working the morning shift now, from 3 a.m. I'm getting into work. And so at 6 o'clock, so from 3 to 6, we were on one story, and, I'm thinking we're good. It's going to be an easy day. It's Friday. I already have this halfway done. When everybody else wake up, I'm going to get a couple of new stuff, and, this is going to be great. Oh, I'm going to have a real chill Friday. No. Okay. They messaged me and was like, go to breaking news. We get to the scene, and we were late. The police officer was like, deuces, we already did our job. and I'm like, well, what am I supposed to do? Because I have a deadline, and they don't care. They're just like, we need to figure this out. Let's go,
we gotta get up out of here.
Yeah. So now the pressure is on me and my photographer to figure it out. And sometimes, man, it's no option. You figure it out. You become very, very efficient finding people, and it can be tough. There's days I'm like, oh, okay, who can I call? Where can I go? What should I do? And, start knocking on random people's doors in the community saying, can you talk to me? Please, Jesus, please. And it works out, I ended up yesterday getting what they needed, and, spoke to the homeowner that was involved in the situation, and no one else had it. So it's those instances when you actually figure it out and you're like, whoa, this was impossible. And I figured it out, and you start getting this sense of accomplishment, and it's this drive that keeps you going. You're mad that they're sending you to these impossible situations, but then when you do it, you feel like the accomplishment of what you just done. And so it's like this weird push-pull relationship you have. What is this on my face? I'm sorry, y'all. What is this? But it's this weird push-pull relationship, and it can be tough because you like some days I don't like this, and some days you're like, okay, I figured it out.
Yeah. Let me ask you this: from what's the buzz in Atlanta? What's the thing that's going on in Atlanta? Is it just that it's on everybody's talk? Because I look at Atlanta. Atlanta has so much going on. Now there's a lot of people mad that Meg had to cancel a concert last night. But besides that,
we need our money back. My daughter need her money back.
She was at V12 last night.
Oh,
they ain't have no water.
I don't know if they had water, but she was at V12.
Okay,
they gave us water at V12.
I'm about to say, was somebody else there too? I'm about to say,
yeah.
Were you there?
One of my neighbors just celebrated her 55th birthday, and that's where she did it. She rented out, one of the areas. Darlene, I can't remember Darlene's last name right now, but we're giving a shout out to Darlene. She's 55,
Darlene.
breast cancer. And was just like, she's celebrating life. And she said, hey, we about to go turn up. I said, all right, come on, let's go.
You would turn up big time then. What else? What is the big story that you've been over the last few weeks having to deal with in Atlanta that you've been like, wow?
And everything for a long time, it was all YSL. What's going on with that case. And, of course, the whole back and forth with Fonnie Willis and the Trump case. And also literally anything pertaining to the sheriff's office and the jail. Those are the three big ones that people have been, concerned with, not for different reasons. And it kind of all semi-tied in a way together.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
You kind of work this story, and I need some more help, so I need you to keep reporting on this. Can you get my mail fixed down here in Palmetto?
Lord have mercy. Good luck.
So I went the other day to because all your mail stuck down there. Mm-hmm. They got a sign on the door saying, listen, all packages, whether it's express, whatever, priority, all delayed.
Don't expect it.
What's going on down there? But Bobeth, help me out.
Oh my God, it's such a debacle. But what they originally were trying to do is speed up the mail process and make it less expensive. So they came up with this idea that instead of having all these mail being processed at different places and employing all these people, they're going to get just one warehouse where everything for the region is going to go. And I don't know if it's a staffing issue or training issue or what, but they sent all the mail to the one location and they could not get it back out to where it was supposed to be. So what has been happening is things have been stuck. I ordered something back in March that I just got yesterday. Okay.
Jeez.
Yesterday. Oh. And I'm going back and forth with the vendor, arguing him. Y'all send you my stuff. I paid extra for shipping, and you feel bad because now I'm like, oh, this whole time it wasn't even them. And I literally just got it yesterday. I had to email those people and apologize. I said, sorry for my behavior. Literally. Like I had to tell them.
It's
bad.
That whole thing is amazing, man. If this was supposed to be a better process, and this, I'll tell you, the news to see all that packages in one big thing lumped up and falling over, and I'm like, why can't I trust the mail to do anything? Come on, man.
I think they just underestimated the region, because they tried it in some smaller areas And I don't think they realized how big Atlanta was, or how
Lord.
Atlanta is one of the areas that, and I hate to say this, not because not we're backwards in time. It's just that I think we still have a high population of elderly, and they use the mail much more than many other places where you have a younger generation. So I think they underestimated the region. And our station has, like, one of our reporters, Liza, has been on this, literally went to DC and was trying to get to the postmaster general, talking to them, hey, trying to figure it out. The good news is our stories have kind of helped. Like last week, Senator Ossoff took a tour of the facility and was like, nah, this is
it's terrible out here.
Come down to the real thing, like people missing their medications, people missing their checks.
Yeah.
A lot of my lottery winnings in there. I need my lottery check.
Wait, I need it too. Where your check at?
You know what I'm saying? We all gonna eat. I need Palmetto.
We need
down
that.
Palmetto.
We need that check.
I need you with all the cameras. We need to be outside.
So, Bobeth, we're gonna keep you on for a few more minutes, but we got to go back to some old school questions. Make sure that we used to ask.
That's cool.
Okay, Bobeth, what are you rocking right now in your car, in your headset when you out there? What's that jam that you got going on right now?
All right, so I actually like Megan Thee Stallion a lot. I know it sounds crazy.
She be hissing.
I like her vibe.
Are you saying that because you saw her last night, or you really?
No, it's funny because when she came out with that diss track and dissed everybody, I was like, man, this girl is hard. And it just but it was in such a way. It wasn't like raunchy or talking about my this or talking about my that. And I like, a lot of the female rappers now, my ass this, my titty this,
Yeah.
They're always talking about these things, and she just took it so high level and was like, no, we just going to the root of everything. Here's where we are.
We about to rap. We about to show y'all real quick.
So, I appreciated that.
I know you got the Andre 3000, don't you? You got a new Flute album, don't you?
That Flute album, I don't want to. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how I feel. I don't know how I feel.
Stop. We're not doing it.
I don't know how I feel. I don't know. I don't know what to say. Okay,
you can hate it. You can hate it. Don't worry about it. You can hate it. Yeah.
So okay. So here's my thing. I understand where he says you're getting old. You can't really wrap around about the same thing. I get that. But I feel like there was somewhere in between the flute and in between rapping and doing, what he feels he's too old for, that he could have found a balance. I think there was a line, and I don't think where he is. He's always artistic, but I think he went too far with the flute. Yeah. Not that it don't sound good, but
it don't sound good.
You can say what you want. I mean, I listened to it. I was hoping when I got one lyric.
We like Andre. But come on, y'all, we got to tell the truth. We don't like it. It's okay. We don't like it. It's okay.
I just wanted 116. That's all I wanted.
Not rapping.
I mean, you can find something. There's something conscious you can rap about. They have Christian rappers. You could have found something to rap about. I mean, even if you don't want to, I get it.
Shout out to everybody. Went to the Atlanta Jazz. Thought he gonna rap. Sorry about that. Sorry about that.
So it's funny because I meditate sometimes, and I was like, man, this is real. Like, this sounds like my meditation music. If I was at home, not outside in the hot sun around a bunch of people, I could meditate. But that's not what we were there for. So.
I meditated all right. I went to sleep on that thing. It was some good sleep.
Y'all got to stop that. Bobeth, I always get this about you, and I just want you to explain this to the good people. Oh my God, she's so down to earth. I didn't realize she was that cool. Talk about where that comes from and just the coolness that you possess out here in these streets every day.
I will appreciate it. Thank you. I didn't realize I was cool, but I take it.
Yeah. That the streets were telling me every time.
You got your own fan page. You got a fan page.
You got a whole fan page, buddy. Stop tagging me, buddy. Stop tagging me.
I like him. You know, it's funny when it first started, I was like, this is kind of weird. But I was like, he's doing me a favor. So now I'm like, that's kind of cool.
You out there.
I'll be out there liking his stuff. Be like, oh, look, beautiful Bobeth. Look at him. Look at that. And then I'd be wondering how he gets some of this stuff because I don't even have it. Like, what the hell? How you have it before me? I just reported on it. Like, well, that's neither here or there. But to answer your question, that's a whole other thing. So I am from very humble beginnings. I'm from Jamaica, and it's a third world country, and you're interacting with people in spaces. And we migrated here to South Florida, and I consider myself the same as everybody else. So it's like, why would I come across, regardless of what job I have or what I'm doing? It's like, I honestly believe we are all good 1-2 paychecks away from being in the same place. And so you have to humble yourself and understand that one thing is a job, and you can't let your person be that job. Another thing that my mom always told me, and I know this sounds crazy, because she was like, you can sit around here and pretend like because you're pretty or because you have a nice body, that's it. But there's always going to be someone prettier. There's always going to be someone with a nicer body. So at what point do you develop your other skill sets? Because those are the things that you may attract them with your face or attract them with the physical. But how do you keep that job? How do you keep that person? How do you keep that friendship? Whatever it is, other skill sets. And so, that kind of humbled me a lot, especially as a child. My sister was gorgeous. So you living in a family of gorgeous people, and you feel like you the ugly duckling. You better start doing something else. You better learn how to read, speak, and do those things just to stay in the game. And that's the facts. Like, so you start realizing that none of this is the end all. And so, talking to people in the streets, I'm like, me and you are, in my mind, can be in the same place. I may have had an opportunity that I took advantage of, and that's it. That's the only difference. And so I think when you start looking at it from that perspective, you realize, hey, why am I going to be nasty to you? Why am I going to be, different or mean or something like that? Don't get me wrong. Now, if someone tries me, they're going to see another side, but I don't.
AKA Miami. Back. Y'all go look up a Miami thing real quick. You can see that. So I'm just.
But I don't go into situations just being nasty or mean to people. I just try to, treat people how I would want to be treated, and that's it.
Well, we thank you for always treating us great. It's been awesome that you've been with us on this ride. Next time we'll have you in our studio. We're working on that so we can get.
Because we got to upgrade our. We got to upgrade our selfie. We got to upgrade our selfie.
We got to get the water. Once we get the water going, we'll have you in there.
Tell the city to stop playing. Get your water.
The city be hating on us, man. The city be hating on us. Yeah. What can they find you at, Bobeth? Where can we find you?
All the social media platforms, Bobeth Yates, at Bobeth Yates. I keep it simple.
Very simple. Very simple.
So y'all stop using all that other stuff. Just use your first name and last name.
I mean, just
and make sure you're talking about some photos. I don't know what he's talking about, so we'll see what photos.
Oh, y'all gonna be so. Oh man, I can't wait for my birthday.
Boy.
So, and I want to give a shout out. I don't even remember the name of the place. Like, so I literally the couple weeks before, like the week before my birthday, I called and I was like, I want to do something nice, right? Let me see if I can find it. I wanted to do something nice. I was like, okay, well, what can I do? I want something classic. And I was trying to find a 1980 car, like, to have that classic feel. Okay. And I went to the studio and they had all kinds of other things. I was like, oh no, never mind. We just go
right. I found it.
We just go with what's hot. And he put me in some of these classic cars. I was like, this is amazing. And I was like, okay, I'm classic. The car's classic. Here we go.
I can't wait. Post them.
Classic.
Post them.
Classic. Thank you so much, Bobeth.
Put the back on.
Yeah, put it back on.
Yeah. Thank you guys for having me.
Have a great day. We'll talk to you later.
Okay, bye.
Bye. You had to put the shades on, make sure?
Yeah, I put shades on, dog. Yeah.
Yeah, put the shades on, man.
Yeah. I'm always guaranteed to get a gang of likes.
He do. one of the best analysts out there. He do it all. If he basketball do it, he done it. So y'all welcome our guy, Coach Lewis Preston.
And you guys are too nice, man.
Quatch. What up, Quatch?
I tried to do the interview. I tried to bring you in, Coach, the right way.
Well,
So
I'm gonna tell you, the way that y'all took that break made me think about Bernie Mac. And we talked about when when black folks take a break, we break.
Yeah, Coach. If we didn't take that break, it'd have been a solo trip for you. We'd be like, all right, Coach, you just talk yourself, man.
Coach, talk to the people. We'd be like, Coach, talk to the people.
All right, Coach. So
I got a couple things to say now.
I know you do.
Let's talk about this, man. Which would hurt Atlanta more? Luka winning or Al Horford winning?
Luka will hurt more.
By the way, guys, Indiana just beat Chicago in the WNBA 71-70. So that's interesting.
Great one.
But go ahead, though, Luke. Talk to us about that, Coach, a little bit. Expand on that, Coach.
It goes back because of the trade, the fact that both Trey and Luka made it to the conference finals, but the fact that Luka's in the finals now. I continue to go back. Luka would not have fit in this city. It's just the reality of the situation.
The culture, for the culture.
And I just think it's one of those things where Luka's in the right place. We can go back and forth about Trey and everything, but it's very interesting the Hawks with this number one pick, what they're going to do. I mean,
who you like, Coach?
That's a tough question right there. I haven't seen enough of Alex Sarr, one way or the other. I really like Donovan Clingan from Connecticut, but I'm also, because I'm kind of partial to big man, not this new current age big man, but
right.
I'm partial to big men that can play inside out. It's just going to be interesting. I mean, the different things that I've heard, some people talk about Reed Shepherd at Kentucky. Some people talked about Stephon Castle, who went to high school at Newton. So it's once again, it just tells you how lacking of a star that this draft has.
Yeah.
But if you're really good at your job, you can find some pieces in this draft that could come back 3, 4, 5 years from now and be very valuable to you.
Coach, it's crazy. It's crazy, Coach. And I'm so glad we got you on. Doing the Ant-Man Love Fest that happened this season.
Right.
People, you know how prisoners of the moment everybody gets. So everybody was like, hey, is Ant-Man the greatest basketball player to come through the state of Georgia? I was like, I'm not even going to dignify that with a response. But I'm glad we got our basketball expert. Coach, when you saw, because I know you saw it too.
Mm-hmm.
What are your thoughts when you hear stuff like that, Coach?
I just let them talk. And I just keep moving. Let's go back and just start thinking about, you just think about Georgia. The Dwight Howard, you had, Josh, Josh Smith, James Crittenden. You got Lou Williams. We can keep going down the list now. Ant-Man's really talented. Now, if he stays on the trajectory.
He just started, Coach. It's like he's just
22 years old, man. 22.
22 years
He's 22.
old.
Like, they were trying to make the Jordan comparison. I'm like, guys, y'all need to stop.
And let me say this. Thank you, Coach, for bringing this up. And I will say this till I'm blue in the face. Nobody wants to be called, if you're going to be the next anybody.
Yeah.
There was never, Magic never was a next nobody. Bird was never a next. Jordan was a next. They were just them.
Yes.
So when y'all say he the next Jordan, to me, that's not a compliment. I get what y'all trying to say, but if he going to be the next Jordan, there was a next Jordan. His name was, what's the kid, number 32? He
Harold Miner.
He was Harold Miner.
Baby Jordan. Baby Jordan.
How did that work out for him?
Man, that thing
work out to it.
Man, that thing fizzled out faster than flat Coke. I'm just saying.
With ice in it.
With ice in it. You're right. Watered down.
You know how flat that thing is?
And then you add ice in it, making
Yeah.
it more watered down.
You'd be like, oh my God, I don't want that no more.
But it's funny that you just talked about Indiana and Chicago because we're watching the WNBA version of Bird and Magic right
I think
now.
so as well. And it was
And
71-70 tight game, fans crowded in there. I think it is a very interesting thing because to see it, and we could go into this a little bit more. We went to the game last night. The Dream defeated the Aces. Very good crowd.
I got one question. Why was that not the State Farm Arena last night?
Okay. So I'm going to say this. I did get a chance to talk to the president of the league.
Yeah.
And the one thing she keeps saying, it's not easy moving when somebody want all the money.
Got you. Okay.
If your partner was partnering, it would be easy to say, hey, we're going to put these games at State Farm. But between the growth of the game being so fast and people we know at State Farm, Mesa and the Hawks, wanting a little bit more, then
a big piece of the pie
would be a fair trade. It's not that easy. They were able to get Indiana, but I guarantee you the more they would have did it, the more it would have been, oh, we want more of this and all that. So it's not as easy as we would hope it to be.
Right.
Because every party, because they don't own State Farm. That's Hawks and State Farm and all that had to be involved. And they're not, that's the reason why they moved to College Park. The Hawks like, we don't want to be wasting our off season spending money.
But coach, they could have easily
got 15,000, 16,000 in there last night.
Yeah.
Coach, parking lot traffic getting in and out. Crazy last night. But it speaks to the star power of the Aces and especially one Asia Wilson. Oh my God.
She a superstar.
Oh,
she a superstar.
I mean, I was going to go see if Darren Waller showed up for Kelsey Plum.
Now he making video, coach. He out here still making rap videos.
I'm just saying.
You know what's crazy about that, man? We were looking at like that. What did Darren do in a year to screw that up? It was like, good Lord, Darren. What did you do in a year to screw that up so bad? It's amazing, man.
But you go, when we think about the WNBA right now, and this is where I tip my hat to you, Emmanuel and Maceo. Y'all been covering it from day one. You've been real ones from day one.
Dang,
I just looked at the clock. I said, oh.
It's 2:30. But Lou is on our board at Optimize The Vizion. Talk to us about Optimize a little bit, sir, and why people should donate.
You know what? Having an opportunity to be on the board at Optimize The Vizion has been great for me because having the opportunity to watch the young people at Optimize grow. And when you provide them with opportunities that helps to give them hope, it is amazing. I mean, we've seen so many light bulbs come on over the past few years. Still to this day, probably one of the best experiences was going to the Brave Stadium.
Yeah.
And having an opportunity to listen, to management, not on the field, but what they do behind the scenes. HR. Yeah. All the things that a lot of people don't pay attention to, but are vital in making an organization run. And I truly do believe the Braves, top to bottom, might be the best organization in sports.
Without a doubt.
Top to bottom. And so having the young people have an opportunity, as well as their parents who attend, to see that provides them with the opportunity to not only be their best selves, but to see themselves in those positions in the future. So I highly recommend everybody listening to this to donate because it only takes one mind to get that light bulb to come on, and that one mind can change 10,000 lives.
Well, let me see if I can do something because I got a father and his son joining us now, mate. So they're both the Henrys. We'll get Wendy them on when they pop on, and we also got Muktar. So, Louis, you can stay on. Make sure I want you to meet these young people. So let me bring them to the stage. Let's see if we can do this. Okay, there go one. All right. There go two. All right.
Look at that boy, you're a genius, boy.
We got them all on. Welcome, Henry II and Henry III. That's my man Muktar. Both Henry and Muktar are juniors, going to be seniors this year. Thank you guys for joining us for this great time. That's Lewis right there. That's my partner in crime, Mace Show. How you doing, Muktar?
I'm doing good, sir. Doing good. How you doing, Mr. Mayo?
Hey, how you doing? We're going to start with you. what is it like to be a part of Optimize the Vizion, sir?
Being a part of Optimize the Vizion is like being a part of a family. Every member in here has been great friends since middle school, now entering senior year. Optimize the Vizion is also like it's really fun. It's really fun. We go on great adventures. We've been to lots of WNBA games. We've been to NASCAR events. We've been to Mercedes-Benz Stadium twice now, both in suites, two times now.
Two suites.
Two suites. It's been a great experience. Been lots of fun. Been part of a great family. I've met some really close friends here. I've really expanded my horizons. Been able to see different jobs in the sporting field that I never would have seen before. We even got to ask the Falcons about their performance in the Super Bowl.
They ran up. Hey, what happened? I'm like,
it's just been incredible experiences. You get to see lots of people, great connections through Mr. Emmanuel and through the Russell Center. And just, every event we get to go to is always really memorable and something I always keep track of. I have lots of like things from our events around my room places. It's great.
What you doing now in school? And tell them about the program you in, man. You killing it right now, boy. You about to be able to see him, man.
Part of my program, I'm at DECA, the Catholic College Academy. So part of my program, I've been going for the past year. I've been going to Georgia State instead of regular high school classes. Camera's frozen. I'm going to Georgia State instead of regular high school classes. Yeah, and that's meant that I've got to just have a college experience, with a lot of lessons as well. And that time, I've been also doing Optimize the Vizion as well. I'm going to my senior year of high school and technically my sophomore year of college as well.
Wow. That's awesome.
That's awesome.
Muktar, if I can ask, how has going to those events helped to prepare you as you enter your senior year and looking to go to college and move on after you graduate?
I think the biggest help is really prep me to know there's more job opportunities than what I've been told. You always get doctor, lawyer, all these other things. You want to do good at sports. It's just an athlete on the field and a trainer, and that's it. But it's preparing me. I know when we went to the Falcons, I got to see people work degrees that I have been thinking of doing things like working with the Falcons, coordinating events, doing business plans. Right. There's just more opportunities out there I can do that, getting a law degree doesn't mean the end of the world if I don't get this law firm. There's other places that accept me there. Another one, I don't know, kind of weird thing for me, talking to adults, just really handling myself, people older than me, people with more power than me. Be able to go, just have normal conversations with them and also talk to them professionally and not embarrass myself in Mr. Manuel.
Yeah. Oh, boy, you fun. Hey, Muktar is one of the shining spots. And we couldn't build this organization without this. I call them an anchor crew. It's Muktar, it's Henry. And Henry, how you doing, sir? Henry III, how you doing, sir? Is he on? Henry, is he on? He keep popping on. But one of the things that make it go, Maceo, is these kids. They're not kids no more. That I got them in 6th grade. Now they're teenagers.
Right. I remember when they were middle schoolers. I remember.
Oh, yeah. And now they're doing great things. So, Henry the senior, Henry the dad. Let's talk to him for a quick second. Henry.
Hey, gentlemen, how you guys doing?
Henry is one of the fathers that help us out a lot, Maceo. So, Henry, tell us about your experience with Optimize the Vizion.
Oh man, it has been a beautiful experience to be around these young men and women, watching them grow from being boys and girls to young men and women, and experiencing the same things that they're experiencing. I have grown myself. Being able to give back, and because that's the same thing that was done when I was a kid. I had the elders in my community was able to give back to us, even though it was sports, but it was just on a different level. This level that these kids now are getting to see is something, man, I couldn't even imagine to have that type of an experience. So, for me, it's a plus, it's a benefit to see these kids grow, and it's a pleasure that I have the opportunity to be a part of.
Awesome, man. Henry Jr. Henry, you on yet? Henry E?
Yeah, he might be in a different spot.
Yeah, I see him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he actually said that for some reason he's talking, but his mic is not picking up. So he may be having some technical issues.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Hey, make sure you got any questions, sir, you want to ask real quick?
I'm just amazed. I love to hear these stories because that's the whole purpose of us putting Optimize the Vision together. I remember your vision, and we just were bouncing ideas, and it was just like, hey, it's so much more that these kids can do outside of. We just talked about, man, you gotta be a doctor, you gotta be a lawyer. I'm going pro. So many other jobs and sports that you can have a long, fulfilling career. I just love what this program does. I'm super proud of you, man. You know, I'm super proud of you, man. I'm super proud.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it.
But before I go off, I do have one thing to say. There's one former guest that I'm still trying to find where they are at, because they used to talk trash to me all the time back in the day, being a Steelers fan, and they were a Patriot fan. So wherever Taisha from, I wonder if she's still a Patriot fan now.
Unfortunately, she is. Unfortunately.
What?
Yeah. Unfortunately, yeah.
She's still staying true.
She said
after they ran Tom out of town.
She said Drake May is the answer.
Well, thank you, Lewis.
Yeah.
Thank you, man. Appreciate your love, brother. Keep doing it. Thanks for helping us out.
Always.
I forgot that. I see what happened to Henry. I messed up, Henry. My bad, sir. My bad. How you doing, Henry?
I'm good. How about you?
Nice.
Hey, I apologize, my sir. It's on me.
Really glaze.
I didn't add him to the stage. Now he's on the stage. Henry, man, just tell people about your experience. Henry is one of the cornerstones. I call him the cornerstone. Him and Muktar, there's Emanuela, that's been with us since the beginning. They helped create this program. Talk about your experience with Optimize the Vizion, Henry.
You know, it's been great. It's given me the opportunity to open my eyes out to the outside world of sports, and not only the entertainment side, but also the behind the scenes, to see the magic of, how most of these events, go. Because I'm not a very athletic person, but I do love sports. And, to get to see how these events go down and to see the back end of it instead of just the athletes, it definitely given me some opportunities to, look for in the future.
That's what's up, man. Henry's also, he got to graduate senior. He about to do his thing. He a computer science nerd. He know all the technical stuff. He know everything. I want to ask Muktar and Henry, what was your favorite event so far? Start with you, Henry.
That's a hard one. I give you that. I ain't gonna lie, I did like the NASCAR a lot, even though it was very loud. NASCAR, I did look forward to that one, especially when we went on the track.
Yeah, pretty dope. Muktar, you have a favorite that you was a part of?
Ooh, favorite? That's hard too. Going on the track was real cool, and NASCAR when I would walk. I don't know, maybe I'm just bougie. So far, it's been getting to see the Atlanta United game from the suite, see everything.
Sweet. Yeah, we saw them things twice, man. It was pretty dope. See it twice.
Can I tell you what my favorite event was?
Which was that?
East Lake.
The golf? Yeah. That's good.
East Lake was for this reason. When you got to find out how much preparation they do in advance of having a tournament there.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, the attention to detail and the preparation, because that is the mecca of events. I mean, what is that? That's a $10 to $15 million check.
Yeah.
That comes out. And I still, the event that I hate that I missed was when you went to East Lake and you got to see Tiger walk up 18. That's the one.
Things ever.
Man, that's still. I've never seen.
Mayshare was covering a football game, so
I've never seen anything like that before in my life.
The Falcons lost, by the way.
Yeah, they lost that game.
But when he walked up 18, I mean, just seeing the sea of people, all colors, all shapes, all sizes, just walking up history, up to see history.
Yeah,
that's pretty.
One of the greatest things ever, man. I want to say this, y'all. This is the reason why we do what we do. For everybody that's out there thinking about donating, you helping us do this and create these avenues, because these young men came to me in 6th grade and they've been with us. I just got a text from Emanuela saying she couldn't be here. I ain't have time to tell her she can come on virtually. But they make the program work.
No doubt about it.
And that's what makes it good. So Henry Senior, what was your favorite event so far? I know you're traveling.
Yeah, so I actually had several. It's kind of hard to choose between, but the East Lake Golf Tournament that was huge, and believe it or not, the hockey, that was my first real experience in a hockey event, and I really enjoyed it. So I had several of them. I learned a lot of things every time I go to each one of these events, not only about the sport itself, but the things that are actually going in the background. And I get to, spend time with these kids, so I get to learn a lot about how they think, and that's very beneficial.
That's what's up, man. That's special, man. Hey, man. Hey, I look, I'm all look. Make sure I might do a thug tier in a minute, man.
Yeah,
See
man. Let it hang.
Hey, man, I am so proud of what you guys have done, Muktar, Henry, and to everybody else who's watching the show. Mm-hmm. I am so proud of y'all, man, and thank y'all for doing what you do. We're gonna cut this up. Keep doing what you're doing, and thank you on behalf of the Crush and on behalf of me. And thank y'all for joining on short notice. I appreciate y'all. Love y'all to death, and we'll talk to y'all later. All right.
Love you too, brother. Thank you very, very much.
Good job.
Thanks for having me on.
See you later.
No problem. No problem. Thank you, Lewis.
Always. My guy.
Always. Hey, we gotta talk about the finals, and we'll do that sometime off.
Oh yeah, we got to. Yeah. We got to.
Yeah. Thank you, Lewis. We got to bring on another guest. Hey, man. This guest here. Now, dog. I've literally seen this one grow up since 5.
Yeah, man. That's my ride.
You know her before then. And it's funny to see her and do what she do. Mama been doing her thing.
2-time state champ. Make sure you add 2-time state champ.
2-time. Freshman, sophomore been doing her thing. Mama been killing it. Sisters are killing it. Everybody in this family killing it. And they've been part of the family for years now.
Dad be dead fresh, even though he was Adidas, but he be dead fresh. We ain't Team Adidas around here, but my dog Jeff got his own Instagram page because his outfits got his own Instagram page.
Yeah. And we about to bring on, man, Wendy and Camryn, baby. What's going on, y'all?
Look at my peoples.
Hey.
Look at my people. Look at. Hey.
I had to bring it. I want to put y'all in the middle, man. I'm sorry about that because make sure, I don't want to interrupt my man. Make sure we'll do it like that.
I ain't did it. Look at Hal. Look at Cam Hal.
Cam.
Look at Cam Hal. Look at LeBron Hal.
Cam.
Look at LeBron James Hal over there.
I'm gonna start with Cam.
No video. She cussing me out about LeBron. It's like
right that part.
I ain't
Cam,
gonna
ask you first, Cam. How I feel to be a 2-time state champ? Go ahead and put that out there in the street for everybody to know.
It's
Go ahead and
great.
tell us.
A lot of people don't get to win one by the time they graduate. I got 2. Got 2 years left.
And she got 2 years left. Y'all heard that? She got 2 years left. Tell her what school you go to, Cam.
I go to St. Vincent's High School up in Milton.
It was funny when St. Vincent's came and visited us back in the day, make sure we didn't know this was going to be all like this. And now they got back-to-back championships.
Yeah, because I thought she was going to Woodwood. I don't know why I thought she was going to Woodwood.
Because Winter went there.
Yeah, but still, I just, what I'm saying. It makes sense, though. I'm glad she is what she is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Wendy, to see your children achieve, I mean, you got a kid going to West Virginia next year. You got,
one more in the house.
Oldest, and then your daughter's doing her thing. What is it? Talk about the parenting success of being able to do this with 3 beautiful young women doing their thing.
A lot of it just starts really, really young, making sure they understand the importance of education and knowing that, like, we've never made our kids work while they were in high school. We just told them to focus on getting good grades and excelling in their sport. And that would be, payment back to us enough for them doing those things. So, yeah, just making sure they understand the importance of education. For me, that was easy since I work in education. But, yeah, just making sure they know, like, hey, this is what it is. This is how it's going to be in this household. This is how we're going to run the household. And they bought in, and it has worked it has worked for all of them.
Cam, I got to ask you this. You did an interview last week. Out of everything you said in the interview, the most impressive thing you said to me that you said in the interview was you wanted to be valedictorian of your class.
Mm-hmm.
That, I mean, like, of all the things you've achieved, like on the court, just being an athlete, why is that so important to be valedictorian?
I don't know. I just like to be the best at everything I do. So you're the best. I mean, that's just part of being the best. If you're the one ranked, then you're the best.
I love it. I freaking love the girl. Oh my God.
I second that emotion. I mean, that's perfect.
Oh my God, I'm gonna cry.
You do what you do. Cam, you see what's going on in the WNBA. I know you watched the game, and what are your thoughts on the growth of the game now and how it is now? You've been a part of it for years now, but to see where the WNBA is at, I know that's a goal as well. What do you like about the game today? Are you all? I know you've been in, but what do you think about today's game in the WNBA?
I think it's developed a lot. I like watching it a lot more now. It's a lot more entertaining. So I feel like that's really good for the game. It draws a lot more viewers in, a lot more people are watching. So it's just on a much bigger stage. They're doing the same thing, but on a bigger stage, it's faster, it's better. Yeah.
Wendy, you've been part of this thing from the get-go. We've done the recruiting, and recruiting has changed so much. Talk about you being the AD now. Really just you've seen all of the changes, because pretty much some of the lessons we were teaching, we would have to reteach a lot of this stuff now. Talk about some of those changes and how crazy it's been.
You know, we were at the start of the transfer portal. I don't know if y'all remember this. We would like get a whole show at the start of this transfer portal. And, you know, we said that this is what was going to happen, right? We like talked about it. We were like, this is going to make us up high school recruitment. You know, it's just going to make things different for everybody. And I think like we were on the forefront of what is really going on right now. We even talked about paying the athletes when nobody was getting paid. We were talking about all this and saying how they should be paid, and, you know, trying to figure out like how are they going to determine who to pay and how much to pay, and, you know, what sports and how's this going to work. And now here it is, the NCAA is now on in that everybody's going to get paid basically some kind of way. And so it has changed the game. It has changed, I think, how our kids handle social media even more. And it also, I think some good that has come out of this, because it does tend to make our kids think about what they're putting on social media. We talked about that a lot too on our show when we were doing it before, and just basically like, you know, being careful what you put out there. This is your brand. This is your opportunity to market yourself. So you have to be careful what you put out there, because all of that could turn around. And I know I made a post earlier this week. Some kids lost some scholarships this week because of things they had posted.
Yeah, I saw you posted that.
But we knew that already, because this was happening way back when, right? And we knew that, you know, when they go in the NFL and the NBA, they start researching everything that you do. And now these colleges have these people, and they're like a social media team, and all they do is go and research this, and they're in these kids spam. And that was what I was trying to tell people. Everybody's like, oh, I got a spam. Yeah, but they put a nice person on that spam, and now they're in your spam, and then they still know all of your business. So I just was like, you know, you got to be careful. So I think it has changed a lot. There's some things that remain the same. I'm excited to see still what's going to come next, because them turning all this money loose, it's going to be a game changer.
Boy, Cam, do it at the right time.
Let me ask you this though, Wendy. Being the AD and being a parent and with a child who's going to be recruited and things of that nature, what's the mindset for you to make sure everything is right? We're taking care of the right things and things of that nature.
You know, for me, I mean, Camryn's my last one, but for Camryn especially, it's been making sure she's in the right place at the right time with the right team. You know, with AAU basketball, so much their recruitment really comes through the summer. I think, you know, they get seen there, and then they may reach out to their high school coach. And so making sure she's someplace where she's on the floor, getting time to play, being able to showcase her talent in front of coaches. You know, it was big for her going over to Nike EYBL. And Camryn is loving that circuit. I think that was really big for her. It gave her an opportunity to be seen in a different light, and she met new people, new coaches, and this has really been so far. I would say, making sure you getting in the right place at the right time. So for us, it was making sure we were with the right team. Also making sure that they have a good education, because there is no athlete without the student in front of it. And so making sure that you're focused on no matter where they are, focused on the main thing. And the main thing is their education, because without it, they cannot go to the next level, which is college for them. And also making them understand that even when they get there, there's more to do. It doesn't stop when you get to college. And so just making sure that they keep that. And I preach that same thing at work all the time, and I tell the kids to call me because I want to keep making sure that I'm motivating them to do the right thing, even when no one's looking.
Absolutely.
Cam, once upon a time, I know UConn was like your favorite school. Are they still at the top, or as you continue to rise in the game, has that top three, has that changed a little bit?
I don't think I would want to go there anymore, but I also don't have a top three anymore. I'm kind of just
keeping our options open.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see what schools are interested in me, and those are schools that I'm interested in.
Cam, let me ask that question too.
We did a good job. We did a good job. We did a good job.
And it's amazing, as you grow in this, Cam. Talk to me about competition during AAU. I'm not the biggest AAU fan. I have said it, but I'm sure you love the competition. Tell me why the Nike EYBL is such a great thing, and playing during the summer and keeping your game tight about playing during these AAU tournaments.
Okay, so on Nike EYBL, I feel like it's a lot different from other circuits I've played on, because the competition is like consistent across the board. Okay. You're not going to run into a lot of teams that don't have 2, 3, 4 high major D1 kids on the team. So it's like you're facing competition that these are the players you're going to see at the next level. So it's good to see how you scope up against other people who are trying to play basketball at the level you want to play at, or just levels that are close to where you're supposed to be. So that way college coaches can see how you match up against other players. So I think that's just really important. And then I like our games. Every game is really, really competitive, regardless of the score. Like even games where we've blown a team out, it's still been like a competitive game. It's physical. You're not just going to go out there and blow somebody out by 50 and be like, all right, well, let's go get ice cream or something. Like you're going to play regardless of whether you blow them out or not, you're probably still going to play a hard game. Yeah. And blowouts are very few and in between now. So
that's awesome. As Uncle Maceo keeps crying down there, the growth.
He can't get it together.
As Cam. Let me ask you this, Cam. With the growth of the game and you being able to play it at this level, what have you learned about your game through this high school, through the years that has grown? What do you like about your game? What do you feel like you still got to work on? Talk about the thing that like when I get on the court, we know you got the ball handling. We've seen that since you were a baby. But, what else do you like about your game, and what do you feel like you want to get better at going forward?
So some things I like about my game, obviously, like my ball handling, my ability to get where I want to get to on the court anytime. But I also like the fact that I've learned how to incorporate like my natural God-given talents, like my speed. Like I've learned to lean into that a lot because, why not? If I have it, why not use it? So I've learned that a lot. My athleticism works out really well for me, especially in basketball. And then some things I like to work on is probably just shooting, extending my range a little bit, showing that I can spread the floor so that way I can get back to what I like to do, which is slash and get to the paint. That way I can create, finish for my team, stuff like that.
All right, Uncle Mace, go ahead and get the tears out your ass. Come over here.
This not the same Camryn y'all interviewed a long time ago.
I know, right? It's been a whole different experience.
I don't think y'all understand. But Cam, we got to talk fashion. The one leg, the one sleeve, whatever they call it. Talk to me about the fashion. I tried to ask Asia about it yesterday, but they lost, so she really wasn't talking. But I was like, I ain't got to ask her because I can ask my niece. Tell me about the one leg swag. Break it down for me.
Okay, so I mean, the leg sleeve, it just became super popular. I like the look of it, so I was like, you know what? Let's do it. I mean, I've switched it up a lot. Like my compressions, that's kind of like the only when you're playing. Sometimes, like especially if you're in a team where you have to wear same socks, same color compressions. The type of compressions you wear is the only thing you can use to really express your style on the court. Especially when you have like team shoes, so you got to find ways to still be who you are while you're playing. So like I started wearing leg sleeves during, I think summer last year or maybe high school season. I think I did my first one with the end of high school, and then I brought it over into summer, my 9th grade year. I like it. I mean, it's good.
It's real swaggy. I love it. I love it.
I like the look of it.
Yeah,
I wouldn't change.
I do too.
I wouldn't change the leg it's on though, simply because, I mean, at the end of the day, it is a compression sleeve. So I put it on when I picked what leg I was gonna wear, I wore it on my worst knee. So I kept the left one, and I'm gonna keep rocking the left one forever.
She does switch it up sometimes though, Maceo. Like if she does a long sleeve top, she doesn't wear a leg sleeve. So like she has this whole like thing.
She got her swag. She got her swag.
Basically.
Wendy, every time a child crosses and graduates, I know it passed the pull at you. You got one going all the way to West Virginia. Talk to me about this,
Yeah, I haven't cried yet. I'm a little nervous about her going that far.
Yeah. It ain't gonna happen to when y'all get out. When y'all
get out there,
and she ain't in the car with you. That's when it's gonna hit you.
Yo, that drive back to the airport from Morgantown is gonna be rough.
Yeah,
but yeah, I think it's gonna be hard on Camryn too. Y'all better talk to Camryn. That's her bestie boo. But no, I'm excited. She got into Georgia State Honors College. She got into West Virginia. We went and visited Bo, but the smile on her face when she was at West Virginia, the fact that they have a medical school on campus and Jaden does want to be a doctor. She's always said she wanted to be a doctor from day one. I just couldn't deny her that opportunity to go there, even though it was far. Thankful that we have flight privileges, so she, we can get to it whenever we want to, and she can come home when she wants to too. Also, but I just, this is an opportunity for her to explore and figure it out. And yeah, she's gonna be 10 hours a car ride away to figure it out.
Well, I'm just proud.
They get nice money up there, though.
Hey, Cam, so I want to ask you this. I'm sorry, Mason. I got to ask Cam this.
Go ahead. I mean,
they changing the conferences next year in private schools, if I'm not mistaken. They all going to be one, which means competition about to be there. I know you love competition, but we going for ring number 3, right? We got to put that 3 up there, right?
We are trying, yes.
I was just looking at the changes. I'm like, Gateway was tough. I mean, I'm not Galloway was tough. I'm just sitting there like, they still got it. They trying to do it, but I still like what y'all guys doing. I have a friend. We have an old coaching friend that coaches at Holy Innocents. Mm-hmm. So he was talking about, I said, well, we get to see Cam do it out there again on you. So I just look forward to next year seeing you grow more and do more. We are very proud of you. Anything you need from us, let us know. We will always be there for you. You got a sound. Next time we're gonna have you in the studio. And we hope that when you make your recruiting, I'm sure Uncle Mace is going to be working on that. You do it live with us when you make your decision on where you're going to. So, you okay, Mace?
Okay.
Really, Maceo?
We're not okay. Y'all don't understand, man. Like, it's crazy to watch it all happen. Like she truly talked about this, and she manifested it. To the point where, it's all in front of her. And this is what we always talk about, the hard, like, just do the work.
Do the work.
Like, everybody always talk about what they want to do. But, like, are you going to work? And that's the one thing you don't have to worry about with Cam. She going to work. And she probably going to work too much. But I don't think there's no such thing as that, because every time you're doing something extra, or you working on this, it all shows up in the game. And that's why she can give you 25. Or if she go 15, she can give you 10 dimes. It's like her game is complete. But she's still growing. Like, y'all don't hear me though. Whatever.
Hey, all right. So we got to do what we do
Whatever.
to everybody. So Cam, when I talk to anybody in the NBA, I don't care who it is, WNBA, NBA, college, ask a question. I'm gonna ask you 2 quick questions. What's more impressive to you? Driving the ball and putting it up on somebody and get an and one, or stealing the ball from them? Which one you like more?
Okay, so previously I would have said stealing the ball, but everybody likes a good little L1. Everybody loves a good little celebration. So, but if you can get the steal into the N1,
yeah, that's double. That's double. That's double. I feel that. I
They
feel
just be
that.
acting like you now.
Yeah, I want it all. I'm gonna get the ball and get making the best shot, the big shot, or making a big play for somebody else to make the big shot. Being an assist person that you are, which one do you like more?
making the play to pass it.
Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up. That's what good. See.
Yeah.
Everybody want to take the last shot. Sometimes you want to set your teammates up so they can have the glory a little bit. Make sure. You see what I'm saying? Make sure.
Let's see. Are you with us?
I just need a moment, y'all.
Hey, thank y'all for joining us. Wendy, you know you're going to be in studio with us. We're going to be in the studio coming forward, so we're going to definitely have y'all back. Cam, tell them where people can follow you and where they can see you at, Cam.
My Instagram is, hold on. My Instagram is Camryn Golston 1. Golston Golston. And then my TikTok.
Because she the dancing queen too.
I don't know my TikTok. Hold on.
Yeah, I seen she got Jeff to do the boss man D-Lo
My TikTok is the same as my Instagram. Camryn
Okay.
Golston 1.
When you want to get yours out there, are you good? You know.
I'm still core GPA.
Core GPA
101. I don't post as much, but I'm about to get back into it.
You about to get back into it.
Make sure. Had to get busy working and get some things in order, so I'm about to get back on top of it. I did post something the other day though.
Well, we'll get Maceo back on his feet and make sure he's all right. Well, thank you guys. We love you guys to death, man. Keep being great.
I'm proud.
Cam, we're gonna do a show. We're gonna do a show from there one day. Wherever you at, we're gonna find it. We're gonna do it, right, Mace?
Let's do it.
He gonna cry the whole show, but we're gonna be there anyway.
He gonna get it together. We're gonna get it together.
I'm just watch shades. Y'all not gonna see my tears. I'm just gonna watch shades.
Hey, thank you guys. Have a great day. Thank you for joining us, man. We appreciate it.
All right.
Love y'all. I'm gonna cry. I'm emotional.
Hey, we see you crying already, Mace.
I'm not emotional. You're emotional.
We don't stop. You get your emotion together because we got another ball coming up right now, dog.
I'm not emotional. You're emotional.
I'm emotional. Them ain't your onions. Somebody else cutting those onions?
Nah, somebody else cutting them onions, dog. I'm a thug.
Hey man, he was that number 35 for Georgia, Maceo. You know how he played, man. You know how he did. He still looked like he got playing in him. I don't know if that body and them knees hold up any longer, but he still like he can come out there and get you 10 tackles and catch a pick or two. It's our guy, man. Rennie Curran. He's a speaker now. He does everything now.
Motivational speaker. He runs the UGA Collective. He also is on the
you got that kind of money, man.
Deacon board in Greater Athens.
Hey, what's up, Rennie?
What's up, my boy?
I'm doing good, man. How y'all doing? Good to see y'all.
Good, man. Good, man. Thanks for joining us on this event.
I gotta go and get out the way.
Go ahead, man.
Ask you, right? You see all the money flying around NIL. Yeah. Split up to 2.7 billion. My question for you: If NIL was going on when you were ran 35 in between the heads, what would your NIL package look like?
Oh man, I don't even want to talk about it. It would have been. I would have been all over the place. I ain't gonna.
Yeah, you'd be sweet, dog. You'd be sweet.
Yeah, I would have been billboards. I would have had commercials with Boys and Girls Club because I'm a Boys and Girls Club kid. I would have my favorite food. I would have had all that for free because we couldn't get no free meals. Yeah, man.
What are your thoughts though, Rennie? You looking at all this happening? You stay your ear to the NCAA streets. Georgia. You big with that. What are your thoughts about all this NIL, the money movement, the things like that?
It's a mess, man. Honestly, it's a hot mess, and they could have handled this and got ahead of this a long time ago. We wouldn't even be talking about this. Yep. And I was asked about this all the time when I was playing, if I thought athletes should be paid, and my response was always that we should be able to monetize our name, image, and likeness, but it should be in a safe way. And so my proposed response was that they should have a trust fund set up so that you can get a portion of it, but the majority of it goes into a trust fund until you get your degree, one, and until you're in a more responsible position or a better position to make a responsible decision and everything when it comes to dealing with money and things like that. So I really feel like they're setting a lot of these kids up for failure. I mean, especially the ones out of Georgia and these big schools, because it's human nature to just like allow that stuff to become the normal, right? When it's not. You 18, 19 going in, making that kind of money, when in reality, we all know how it is in this real world out here. Ain't nobody giving out jobs just like that, just because of past performance, like that big of a jump, right?
Yeah.
So I really feel like they're setting these kids up for disaster, honestly, man, and false expectations. And in many cases, if you play at a University of Georgia, when you get to the NFL, it's even a drop off because of the experience.
Right.
There's no G-Day, G-Day walkthrough and different things like that, man. The fans aren't. It's you playing on Sundays, you show up, and it's a job. So
it's a job.
Yeah, and then
really,
really being told the truth. And then it's such a major gap now too, because you got the kid at Georgia who's making a ton of money, but then you got the kid down the street at Georgia State who's not getting really anything.
Yeah.
And so I'm really trying to do some things to change that. And with my foundation, Game Changers Foundation, one of the things that we're doing is NIL, but externship opportunities, educational opportunities that are based around NIL. So partnering an athlete with the company, they do job shadowing, they meet with the leadership, and they're able to get experience with like alternative careers, and it sets them up for long-term success versus just something they do to post on their TikTok or social media, get a couple bucks. So that's one of the things that I'm focused on right now, is teaching them how to leverage their platform in the right way.
Yeah. Rennie, just explain this to me.
Yeah.
Because it just seems today, I'm just trying to factor, because as we cover college games today,
yeah,
and I'm seeing how like when these kids show up, I mean, it's Gucci luggage, it's damn Rolex, they got to change. Like that's usually the stuff you get when you get your signing bonus in the NFL. Just try to picture what that would be like yesteryear, like when you came out. If you walked into Tennessee's locker room already draped up and dripped out, like how would that play?
It wouldn't be good, man. I can tell you that. Like, especially if you hadn't even played it down, you still got to go through hazing, all those different things. Y'all know, it wouldn't have gone well, man. And it affects the camaraderie of the team, the culture of the team, whether you want it to or not, man. When you got a kid that's coming in, and there's going to be that natural entitlement that comes with that.
Yep.
And it really, I think, for where college sports is now, man, it's going to put even more emphasis on one, that family of that player, man, to make sure that they are, instilling the right values in their children, man. Because I know right now my daughter's 15, she's about to be in that space, going through recruiting. And the number one thing I tell her, man, is you better hope, like, at the end of the day, you get an education. Like, that's the main thing. But when it comes to the money, all that extra stuff, man, that's so fleeting. It's temporary and it's not real. You're only as good as the next play that you can make, man. So I man, if it was, just like it is now, if it was back then, it would have been a major problem. And we had guys who had that kind of feeling of arrogance, really, because they were 5-star, but it wasn't no money behind it. Right. Now, like, real money behind it, and it's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, you can't, as a coach, how do you manage that as well too?
Yeah.
Not everybody's Kirby Smart. Not everybody has the means and the facilities and, the ability, the winning and the track record in terms of putting NFL players out to be able to say, hey, you can come and stay or you can go. Like, can't everybody do that?
We'll be all right. Yeah, we'll be all right. Bye.
Yeah, so it puts a lot of pressure on these smaller schools, man, and the schools that aren't the Georgias and the Tennessees and Bamas and things like that.
You're going to really have to love the game if you go to those schools, because you just want to play the game. A lot of people, you still want to play it, but, you're going to see people on TV screen.
Yeah, man.
Let's call it Shador. Should do out there buying a car. He buy a car every month. It look like he got diamond Rolexes every month. He buying a car. And you sitting there like, man, he play college like me, but what?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And
he's when I play him.
Yeah, and he's in that 1% of 1% that can actually
1% of 1%. Yeah,
and they'll be okay 10 years from now, man. But I'm glad you brought that up because a lot of these kids, man, and I hope they're watching this right now. Like they're messing up their reputation before they even have one. You know, they're killing their career. That their future self is gonna be like, dang, what are you doing?
Wow.
Yeah, because they bouncing around school to school because of a deal that they can get because of the amount of money. And unfortunately, the parents are playing along into it, you know, with the ego and with the entitlement and things like that. And they handling it, not realizing, man, you may get that short-term, re-up or short-term money, but long-term, man, you're sacrificing your name and your reputation. And that's what's ultimately going to help you when you take that jersey off. Like, that's all that you have, man. And that's how, that's how I'm able to now. So, yep.
I ain't even think about what Rennie said. If you doing this jumping to go, and when you get to the pro, you gotta talk contracts and stand, and you just can't jump to another football team.
You can't transfer.
You can't transfer to a school because I don't like what they doing. You gotta earn this paycheck, bro. You gotta get it going.
Yep.
So it's gonna be different.
Yeah, and you know, pros is one thing, right? Which not that many of us already make it, and then those of us that do make it, you talking about 3 to 4 years on average. So what I'm talking about is 10 years after you're done playing.
Yeah.
You still got to go out here in this business world, and your name, people remember. Like when you play at a school like Georgia, people do not forget. They remember those things. And these are a lot of people who are sitting in these corporate offices and in these buildings. When you need a job opportunity, your name come across, the first thought that's going to come to mind is that time you jump to 3 different schools, and they're immediately thinking like, this is not a person of integrity. This is not a person. You know, they're not gonna say it, but they're gonna remember. And
first time he get a chance, he gonna bounce. That's what they're gonna say.
Right. And so people like these kids aren't realizing, the parents aren't realizing this either, that this junk has ripple effects. Your name, image, and likeness, NIL, is not just for when you're playing college, it's for life.
Yeah. I'm glad you brought that up, Rennie, because I've always told, well, I tell parents and I always tell kids this: you have to think 10 year, 15 year, because for everybody, you're gonna live longer than what you actually play.
What you play, yeah, that's it.
And for some, like you just said, like, I mean, most gonna get 3. If you're lucky to get 5, if you're lucky to get 10, if you're lucky to get 15, but for the most part, everybody 3, 4. That's it. How should kids and parents start mentally adjusting their mind to understand that part of the game?
Yeah, I mean, it has to start from the beginning, honestly. Like, this is a conversation you have to have with your kid in Little League ball. Like, hey, man, we want to get to college. We want to achieve a dream, but this is about character. This is about integrity. This is about effort. You know, how hard, I don't care how many plays you make, how many games you won. Were you a good teammate? Were you respectful to your coaches, right? Were you positive even when y'all got down by 3 points? It's got to start at that foundational level to help them understand, man, that your identity is not tied to how, you know, your position on the depth chart. It's tied to who you are as a person, man. And once you build that foundation, by the time they get to college, it's going to be something that they can build off of, that they understand that, hey, even if I get this NIL deal, even if I get the contract, it's still about who I am as a person.
Right.
That's what's going to sustain them, man. Because when they take that jersey off, I'm gonna keep saying it, it gets real. And I can tell y'all, man, like I hear it all the time, being a full-time entrepreneur, I can't depend on nobody for no paycheck, right? I don't have a company. My company is me, Rennie, Curran, Inc.
If I don't work, I don't eat. If I don't work, I don't eat.
Yep. I can show y'all emails right now of people who reached out to me for speaking engagements, and they're like, man, we remember you from when you played at Georgia, or I remember how you treated my kid like that. And I'm eating off those seeds that I planted 10 years ago.
10 years ago.
Yeah. So just helping these kids understand that is crucial. And the unfortunate part is when you're in that bubble, when you're playing, when your name is hot, you just think that that's all there is to life. Like you realize that time gonna pass and you're just another one up. You just the next man up.
You know what's crazy, Rennie? Me and Make Sure always say, first of all, the phrase crazy thing is that a lot of your dreams, if your dream was to be an NFL player, it could be over at 25 years old. Think about that. The whole life you've been playing since 5,
right,
could be over at 25.
Yeah. Then what?
And that's why me and Make Sure always say my favorite line from Jay-Z, and I say it till I'm blue in the face. I'm not just a businessman.
Right.
I'm a business man. So like you in the Rennie Curran business, you got to promote the Rennie Curran business. Yeah. So when I see guys like you saying the importance of understanding, even if you play 10 years in the league, your career, your dream is done at 32 years old. And if you live to 60, that's another 20 some years, 30 years to do this, man. So you talk about your what you're doing with your organization. Are they understanding this concept? Because I think the money is killing. And like I said, I don't know if the parents are understanding this as well. It's crazy. You 45 years old. You know how you struggle. Why you ain't teaching them how to, not to?
Don't let me get going on that, man. Because it's a lot centered around the culture of sports that really needs to change, man. And that's part of why a lot of the athletes, they don't really get it until it's too late. Because unfortunately, a lot of the coaches, a lot of the parents, like I mentioned before, the coaches are the guys who didn't really ever go through their transition because they stayed close to the game. So they never had to value things like public speaking, networking, relationship building, because as soon as they finished, they got back in the sport. And I love my coaches, right? I love what they do, how they pour back into the kids. And there are a lot of coaches who do get it, who pour into their athletes. But unfortunately, there are a lot of coaches and administrators and ADs who they would rather invest in a weight room than they will into a leadership development program.
Right? We just talked about locker rooms and all that stuff earlier.
Yeah, let's be real. So we got to look at the system and things like that, because it just continually repeats itself, man. It's an ongoing cycle. And so that's something I'm hoping to change. And, I'm really trying to find those organizations, man, that really get it and who are about it. They're not just saying, oh, yeah, it's not just a check the box approach. Like that's a lot of what you see in the sports world, even at the NFL level. I'll say that, man. Like when it comes to financial literacy, when it comes to professional development, the league hasn't mandated for certain things, right? For a speaker to come in and speak on this, but they come in one time for the year,
right?
And that's it. And
that's it.
At the beginning, you can't really expect any outcomes to change if your approach is just to check the box and that's it. So, yeah, man.
And I love that you're trying to get everybody prepared for that second phase, because when it's over, like it is over fast.
Yeah, man.
It's hey,
no severance package, no nothing.
Could you bring your playbook and and that's it. Like shake your hand and it's over and it's off to the next thing. And I think so many times, because we've become such this coddle society, like everybody wants to coddle and make everything easy for and life just not like that. Because as you get away from your parents, as you break away from all of these different things, dude, if they release you, if you get fired or a dog, that's it.
Yeah, man.
It's over. What am I going to do next?
Yeah, that's it. That's it. And it's definitely has to change, man. It has to, because like I said, it's an ongoing cycle, and it's a lot of them that look like us, man. Unfortunately, that's on into the past, man. And how I got started with speaking and what I do now is I would go to a lot of the small towns, man, from Waycross to Toccoa to Douglas, all those different places, and that's where a lot of my teammates, athletes, that's where a lot of us are coming from, man. And the saddest thing is when you get all that exposure, man, all those relationships, business people, this organization, that organization, you got this platform where you got thousands of people watching you, and then you got to go back home with nothing to show for it. Like that's the saddest thing to me, man. And you just lost, and you feel like the only option you have is to become right? Only option you have is to become a personal trainer or a coach, and that's it.
Yeah, that's pretty much what you see. Coaching a personal trainer.
Yeah, and I hate to say that because there's a lot of impact there, but that shouldn't be your only the scope of what you believe is possible.
Right.
After you experience all that, like you've been around all these people and you've had this amazing platform, and that's the height of your life was when you were 20 to 23 years old. Like that to me is sad.
Like, because life's so much longer, and it actually gets better. Like I don't think they believe that, but it actually gets better.
It gets better with time.
Yeah, and that, honestly, to y'all point, like when I realized that, man, because I spent more time as a free agent than I did actually playing. And at least after I got cut from Tennessee, in between going to Tampa, I started exposing myself. I started reading books. I started going to workshops. I started meeting with business leaders. And my mind just started expanding. It was never the same because I realized, like you just said, life gets better. Like I'm starting to realize, like, dang, man, this film room is great. Like hitting people great, but you mean to tell me I can actually be the middleman for a deal and get way more money than I would in a game check? Like, or I can go and speak for an hour and get paid what I would get paid for a game check. Like I can do that just using my mouth and not my muscle. So it changes your perspective real quick.
Hey, but let's be real though, Rennie. If it was young Rennie out there, you still can play because you can cover the pass and the run. You can still get out there. Young Rennie can still make some money out there these days.
Don't get it twisted now. Now there's a lot of skill sets. There's a mindset. There's a lot of things that I took away from being a linebacker, man, that still sustain me to this day. So I still go hard. Even
linebackers make sure
I still take a lot of things with me, man, that help me perform at a high level. And that's the beauty of it, man, is when you can, like what I call integrate, when you can take that mindset of being that linebacker, being a high performer, showing up, getting people riled up, getting people fired up and ready to run through a brick wall. And you can bring that into a business setting, man. You unstoppable.
Yeah. Because I always tell people, sports and life truly mirror each other. Like I'm always when I have to interview people or I'm asked about, hey, what do you think about the person? The first thing I always ask them, like, did you play sports?
Right.
And the reason I ask them that because I need to know, do you know how to be a teammate? Do you know how to operate in a group setting? Like, because people who didn't play sports, I mean, they're gonna be naturally selfish. They're not gonna understand how to work within the team because they don't understand. They never been on no team.
Right. How to struggle, how to
lose so much,
how to lose and get back up. Yeah, man.
It makes
strategy, so many things. Yep.
You feel me?
Let's talk about your second career, Rennie, before we let you go, man.
Yeah, man.
You've done an amazing job, man. From the speaking engagements to your businesses to your nonprofits. What is it what is the Rennie Curran brand now?
Yeah, man. The Rennie Curran brand right now is all about leadership development, man, and really taking a lot of the things that help me, like I said, perform at a high level, but not just be a high performer, but a high performing leader. Like that was one of the things I realized, man. And you see it a lot with teams, with organizations where they have somebody that performs at a high level and then they promote them based off of just their performance, but not their ability to bring up the ability of everybody around them. And so that's a lot of what my brand is becoming. It's like, how do you take your platform, your brand, but impact your family, your organization, your team, and ultimately your legacy? And so whether it's through speaking, whether it's through my courses, whether it's through the events, it's all about leadership, man, and empowerment. And I feel like that's what we really need, whether it's in the sports world or in the business world, man. We really, really need that. So I've been, Lord's been opening up so many doors, man. I spoke at, crazy to say, CDC like 2 weeks ago. The whole organization, man, gonna be doing the Georgia School Boards Association. I've spoken to like, Fidelity, Equitable, Chick-fil-A. And I started, like I said, just going to small towns, speaking at elementary schools, doing book readings and, going to churches and just kept growing it from there, man. And my ultimate goal is not to just be a speaker, but to be a thought leader, man, to be a consultant, to teach other people what I'm doing now. So I'm actually going to be launching a program that's going to teach people how to actually build their business and build their brand through public speaking as well. Because I just think it's such a powerful thing. When you think about every team, just think about any team, pro especially, who do they keep the longest? Most of the time, it's the leader.
Yeah, the leaders are always there. They never go.
Ray Lewis, Tom, it's the guys that can communicate, that can raise up the level of the abilities of everybody around them. So that's
one of the big things. reason that happens though, because when a leader leaves the locker room, you notice it immediately.
Exactly.
You say they need a leader. They ain't got no leader in the locker room. You see it immediately.
That's it, man. It makes it such a huge difference. So that's something I'm super passionate about.
That's why he's number 35, baby. That's why he's one of my favorites, man.
Hey, man, Rennie, thank you so much. You started.
Yeah, he's still doing curls, right? Everybody. He's still got curl. Probably got a curl bar right there. You can see probably looking at it right now.
Don't walk out. Don't walk up on them. Don't walk up on them.
Ain't going nowhere.
Don't walk up on them. Hey, Rennie, we started these nonprofits around the same time, man. Thank you for helping and joining us today.
Yeah,
we're raising money for our nonprofit today, and we just thank you for always being a big friend of the show, man.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, brother.
Oh yeah, man. Thank you too, man. And thank you too, for real. Both of y'all, man. Y'all been consistent. Y'all been on it, putting people on, creating platforms for others, man, giving people a voice. Love what y'all are doing, man, and with your foundation as well, man. Keep up the amazing work. It's not easy. It's nonprofit work. It's no